Father, our hearts today are full. We thank you for this moment. We thank you for all that it represents. We have presented to thee the facility, the system, its leaders, its philosophy. We present ourselves and ask that by thy Spirit thou wilt enable us to be worthy such a rich entrustment as we have received from thee. Honor, reward, bless those whose sacrifices have made this moment possible, those who shall yet join them in sacrifice of time, talent, and tithe to you in love.
In the early 1970s, God gave Grace Brethren Church's senior pastor, Jim Custer, a vision for establishing a Christian day school in Central Ohio. As he shared this vision with leaders and members of his congregation, a growing number of people shared in it. They formed a Christian day school committee to put into motion the eventual opening of Worthington Christian School. Many individuals donated to a school building. One family, Neil and Denise Crabb, signed their name to a loan as guarantors to construct Worthington Christian's first school building at 6670 Worthington Galena Road.
Pastor Jim's passion became my dream. While Denise and I do not have children of our own, we feel very passionate about giving children a Christian education. And that was one of our desires in getting involved in the Christian school.
The school opened in the fall of 1973 with 123 students in grades pre-K through 6. Classes were held in the church across from the school's construction site until the building was completed in January 1974. Grades 7 through 10 were added in the school's second year, followed by grades 11 and 12 in 1976 and 77. Enrollment steadily climbed to over 400. The class of 1977 was the first graduating class with 10 students. The state of Ohio chartered Worthington Christian in 1978. The athletic program began in 1974 and 75 with boys basketball and soccer, girls basketball and cheerleading, and additional sports added in subsequent years. Numerous clubs and student activities, including the National Honor Society, theater productions, band, and choir, also began in the 70s. The second building was purchased and later sold on Wilson Bridge Road to accommodate the school's rapid growth. 4 additional classrooms and a multi-purpose room were added to the original school building. In 1979, the church purchased 89 acres of land at the corner of Worthington, Galena, and Lozelle Roads, eventually becoming the home site for the church and Worthington Christian's upper school and athletic complex. In 1982, Worthington Christian's original building was converted to a high school for grades 9 through 12 and would remain as such through the 2019-20 school year. To establish a home for grades 1 through 5, several school families signed loan documents to acquire Homedale Elementary School, located on Westview Avenue from Columbus City Schools. A portion of the building was unusable, so again, school families jumped in to tackle the construction required to make the space safe for teachers and students. This was called the Nehemiah Project. The Westview campus was home to grades 1 through 5 until 2020.
The very simple vision of the school was learning in harmony with God's Word, and I think that's been consistent through all of my years of teaching, that we've still done our best to attempt to put all of the efforts of learning from a biblical worldview.
The facility's transitions did not hinder the school's athletic, academic, and artistic growth. Computers were introduced as part of the learning experience with the purchase of 6 Apple IIe computers in 1984, and the school's first website was launched shortly after that.
I got my first computer in 1984, and it was a green screen, one of those little tiny monitors, and I had to learn to use it. And I thought, somewhere along the line, our young people need to be exposed to this technology. And Mark Pfeiffer was the teacher.
When I came to the school was in its infancy. It had only been around for a few years. And when I left the school 41 years later, the school was moving, or at least the high school was moving into a spectacular facility. And over the course of the years, I enjoyed watching WCS become a primary force of Christian education.
In 1986, school parents established the PTF, Parent Teacher Fellowship Endowment Fund, which still exists today as the Fund for Academic Excellence. The vision was to create an enduring, ongoing legacy of generosity and support for the school. In addition to this ongoing legacy, a school family who wished to remain anonymous gave, which allowed for constructing a track on the Lozelle Road property.
In the years that I served as athletic director and coach, it's been my observation that we've always had great coaches. God has brought to this school men and women who love young people and want to use coaching and sport as a way to enhance those relationships and help them with their ministry to the young people.
In the 1990s, the estate of R. Fred Hogue provided the seed funds for the church-led campaign, In Pursuit of Faithfulness. The campaign included the regulation-sized gymnasium, auxiliary gym, locker rooms, commons, and a concession stand with a warming kitchen, all of which the school continues to utilize today. The R. Fred Hogue Family Center opened in 1996. Pre-K through 12 enrollment grew from 738 students in 1990 to 964 students in 1992. Grades 6 through 8 moved into modular buildings at the Lozelle and Worthington Galena property until the buildings were raised in 2017. With such dramatic changes in the school from the time it first opened its doors until its 25th anniversary in the 1997-98 school year, there were some elements of the school that did not change.
Over the 33 years, the school did change a lot. The one thing that didn't change was the doctrine of the school, and I was very thankful for that. As the world would step in or try to step in, the school remained consistently committed to God's Word.
This school had its roots in a group of parents that desired more than anything else that their children be taught not just the Bible, but the world from a biblical perspective. And by the grace of God, that's continued to this point. So I think that's one of the greatest values of an education at Worthington Christian Schools.